Hey guys, I am so excited about today's What If. I know you read the title, but I just want you to hear me say it. What if Deku was the Juggernaut? We know a lot of you love the Venom series, and so we're so excited to have more Marvel characters on this channel. However, we will actually be splitting this collab up between here and What If Universe's channel with such a great name for a What If channel.
Hi, I'm What If Universe. I'm glad to be here on your channel today. Anyways, if you want to see some other What Ifs, be sure to check out my channel after this video, and don't forget to see part 2 over there.
So with all that being said, let's do this. Alarms sound as the sludge villain escapes a museum. He slips away with a crimson gem inside of him.
The reason why he stole it is because he thought in this canon stores are for poor people, so he chose not to rob a store like he did in canon.
Anyways, the sludge villain runs into Bakugo and Deku. But luckily, All Might shows up and captures the villain in a soda bottle, just like in canon. However, after All Might prepares to leave, Deku picks up the mysterious gem and he hears a mysterious voice. All Might, not realizing that the sludge villain stole the gem until it was too late, tries to head back to Deku, but his power wanes a bit, making him start to slack quite a lot. So he stumbles a bit in the air, dropping the sludge villain. Not sure what type of person Deku is, he heads back to him to get that gem back.
Alright, while All Might's doing that, the sludge villain shows up back again, successfully vores Bakugo to death, because all the pro heroes in Season 1 didn't help him for some reason. So let's just say in this canon that also happens here, and nobody helps Bakugo for any reason. And they unfortunately just let an innocent child die. Wow, that got dark pretty fast.
Wow. Now, after our channel gets demonetized there, possibly we can get back to the story with Deku. Sidorak says, unlike those that came before, you are powerless. The boy whispers aloud, I am? My whole life, I wish I could be a hero. Do you think it might be possible for me to be one? Sidorak replies, you can have my power, but you will be a symbol for all I represent.
So, Deku literally making a deal with the devil here becomes the Juggernaut to an extent. Well, he's not the Juggernaut in name, he does gain all of his abilities. Since Bakugo is just dead here, we're going to have to replace him as well. Shinzo, that sounds great. We'll put Shinzo in Class 1A. This was totally not improvised at all. And why is fans are, she might be asking, well, that's it. There's no other explanation.
All Might comes back seeing Deku on the ground, but there is no gem. All Might lights up Deku and shakes him a bit, and nothing is there. Deku lies and says he saw no such thing. All Might, not being a detective and having no reason to think that Deku is lying, leaves to go see Mirio. He arrives at Sir Night Eye's agency, and of course, he gives Mirio his quirk. While there, Night Eye says that the kid he saw in the alleyway disappeared, and he is a prime suspect for a kidnapping. All Might is shocked and realizes that the sludge villain is still on the loose somewhere, which this opens up an investigation looking for him. After multiple months, Bakugo is assumed to be dead, which this breaks Deku, making him think that heroes aren't so great after all. Especially with All Might being there, he can never look at that hero the same again. Sidorak says, young Midoriya, you can be the hero All Might never was. You can be the one to look out for your friends. You can make sure this never happens again. Deku replies, yeah, you're right. I need to train hard. I feel like I can smash some stuff. Sidorak responds, that's the spirit. Embody destruction.
With Deku not totally being insane here, he would train, but less than canon. I'm just gonna say after 3 months, they assumed Bakugo was dead after the investigation failed, so Deku would only train for the 7 months, and this canon not having the original 10 months in the original canon. And he would learn a majority of his abilities. He would definitely train in remote areas, not wanting to hurt people, despite Sidorak's wishes, of course. And Deku is not a total hellboy here. he's still a good boy, so he would definitely try to go out of his way, considering that being the Juggernaut, he is basically unstoppable, so he doesn't really have a way to slow himself down.
Now, we can get into the entrance exams arc. Coursing with the power of Sidorak, Deku just barrels through all the robots. He has a really hard time stopping. Everyone is panicking and trying to run away from him, seeing that he is just going berserk.
That leaves an opening for another character to die.
Alright, man, I'm stopping you here. So, like, what if Universe said earlier, Shinzo is now in Class 1A, and here's how it happens. So Shinzo asks Tenya, why don't you go save her? Tenya tries to respond, but he can't. He can't resist Shinzo's quirk, and he runs over to help Ochako Uraraka. Ochako thinks that Tenya actually did it, but later on, Tenya claims that he had no idea what happened. Deku eventually is forced to stop by All Might because of all the damage he's been causing, which Deku eventually stops once he sees All Might, of course. All Might says he obviously passed, and congratulations to him for his brute strength. Deku responds, I wish you could have used yours to save my friend. Get lost! All Might is shocked, but understands his anger. This motivates All Might to not want to teach at UA, but rather be a personal tutor for Mirio to make sure that he never fails as the #1 hero. We will be jumping to the Quirk apprehension test after this.
That's a lot of time to fill. Speaking of filler, let's talk about what happened in the winter, because why not? Who's gonna stop the unstoppable Deku from training? During which, Deku develops the knowledge to actually train during the cold. He uses his brain to consider the fact that colder molecules actually move slower than slower, because faster ones move faster because they're hot. Who knows? I don't know science. Anyways, he uses his knowledge, which impresses Sidorak actually. Sidorak is impressed by the young boy developing a winter training regimen, managing to actually slow himself down and somewhat stop himself to a degree. But in the end, Deku really couldn't use the cold to slow him down permanently, but rather he learned more how to control his movements and his momentum better, because at the end of the day this is all just really a mental exercise. Something metaphorical like that kind of works for me.
Appreciate the science lesson, but back to the story. In the first part of the test, 50-meter dash, Deku outpaces everyone with ease. Tenya finishes second, which sees a deeper rivalry between the two. Everyone else does the same besides Bakugo. Well, because he's still dead. But Shinzo's there, and which he gets dead last, of course. During the grip strength test, Shinzo falls first, but the rest do just as well as they did in canon. Well, except for Deku. Last one hanging on, he doesn't even look run down. After the standing long jump, Shinzo is probably the lower bracket, if not dead last again. While the rest fall in their places, Deku outshines them again. Shinzo seems drained by the start of the sustained sideways jump, but Deku seems unstoppable. The others, again, are no better or worse. Then came the final part of their test, the pitch. Just as every test before it, most of the class is just like canon.
So let's talk about something different, that being Shinzo. He simply just drops the ball right in front of Izawa and asks, was that good enough? Before Izawa can just kick him out, the class he responds, yes, that was good enough. And it ends up passing Shinzo. The rest of the class would be like, what the heck was that? To which Deku comes up and says, let me show you all how to throw a real ball like a pro hero.
The boy pulls back his arm and launches the ball. All eyes follow the sphere until it disappears with a tiny gleam of light. Jaws drop at the sheer power contained in the child. He looks around with a smug smile for the first time in a class all his own. And hey guys, that's all we got for part 1. Make sure that you subscribe to What If Universe's channel so that you don't miss out on part 2 when it drops.
So let's get this video to 200 likes and I'll get started on part 2 ASAP. Before you go, be sure to click that bell icon and subscribe because, well, YouTube isn't magically letting you know unless you do these 2 things apparently.
Oh yeah, do the same thing for my bro Drew over at What If Universe. I recommend his What If I Was in My Hero Academia series. And no, it's not me in My Hero Academia, it's him using an original character to represent him, and he does some pretty cool stuff there. So yeah, go onto his channel, and once we get the 200 like goal reached, we will have a video there for you guys. With that being said, guys, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you give this video a like, and hey, you know, why don't you check me out on Twitter and on Discord. You can find those links down in the description below. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next time.